I'm gonna wait for y'all to come in here. What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the pipeline. I'm gonna wait for y'all to get in here. Sorry, I'm running a little bit behind. A little bit, a little bit behind. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Man, I mess around. Went to sleep. Yo, I went to sleep. I woke up right in time. I should have set my alarm, but I didn't. When I got up so early, I know how my day started out. So I called myself taking a little nap or whatever. And then when I woke up, I'm like, oh, it's 11:05. It was like 11:07 when I woke up. So then I had to get all my little stuff together. But welcome to the pipeline, everybody. Let's get in here. Let's get in here. Hey, Daily Trace Day. Hey, y'all. What's going on, everybody? Let's get on in here. Welcome to the pipeline. Rest in peace, Boog. We're going to go over some little stuff today. But I kind of just want to just talk about Ohio artists tonight. Like, hey, everybody, what's going on? I do. I want to talk about Ohio artists, and I feel like Ohio artists is being robbed. I mean, literally, not just like mentally. I'm talking about like physically, financially. I mean, every which way you can look at it, it seems like Ohio artists are getting robbed. So I want to kind of shine some light on Ohio artists. Shout out to all the artists. Y'all drop some of y'all favorite artists from Ohio in the comments so I could keep up with them. Try to reach out and get some interviews or something like that. Y'all, hold on one second. And try to do some stuff like that so I can like interview them, get with them, bring them to the channel. We can start getting the momentum going because it's a lot of talent that come out of Ohio. I mean, not just musicians, but think about actors, sports. I mean, we got all three teams Ohio do. I mean, there's so many. It's so many icons here. So much talent come from here on every which level. Even if you go to painters and artists and whatnot, so many levels and so many bosses that have came from Ohio that is really worldwide icons. Literally. In every genre you could think of, if you want to put it in a category, you can always pull one of the best of somebody out of the O. So shout out to the Buckeye tonight. But tonight, y'all know we gotta go in on this whole Boog the Bandit situation. Rest in peace, Boog, another female talented, beautiful spirit, beautiful young woman who was tragically taken from us. Very hot artist. If y'all watching this, hit the like button. And after this video, go check out Courtney Bruce music, aka Boog the Bandit. Prime example. And I'm gonna tell y'all some matter of fact, this is a little bit off subject, but I did throw it in. I think Coy Leray, and I do like Coy. I'm not hating on Coy, none of that. But to me, it seemed like they try to implicate Boog. Is it just me, y'all? It seemed like they try to implicate Boog style into Coy. Far as the kind of music they do, they look, their appearance, they just make Coy more feminine. You know, they're girly up, spruced her up and all that. But if you look at it, Bruce Courtney was a very, very beautiful young woman. And it still bothers me that they don't have the person who did it or the people who did it. That's the crazy part. I mean, I don't know if it's to a point where people gonna start protesting for the police to move faster, but I do have a clipping that says the clipping says Mr. CL was not shot, and it also says they have one suspect who information they won't release. They won't release at this time, but they do have one suspect. So who knows if that's the person who did it, you know, or if he gonna commit, you know, if he gonna not, you know, if he gonna admit and bring everybody down with him. I didn't want to say that, y'all. That's why I was searching for words, but I didn't want to say that. But hopefully he can maybe bring the whole story together, the person who they have. They didn't release nothing else, y'all. I'm going to show y'all. We about to get into it. Justice for Courtney. But it's still, to me, a lot of pieces to her puzzle that ain't coming together for me. I don't know if it's coming together for y'all, But it's not coming together for me at this point. Who here was she going to go do? Who here was she going to go do? Then they said she got caught, not caught, y'all. I'm all over the place. There's so much I want to say, y'all. There's so much I want to say. And I be having to hold back. You know, I have to hold my emotions back as a blogger. Like what we do, we love what we do, but also these cases and these stories that we cover sometimes can go with us, where we would think about it in our everyday life. So if you notice, a lot of bloggers, they either smoke or drink or they do something. Not all. I'm just saying not all. Shout out to the bloggers, gang gang. But a lot of them are under the influence behind the pressure that comes with this kind of work. So for me, it was kind of like something I always wanted to do because I've always been a people person. I'm always debating. I have a lot of ideas and I'm very versatile. So for me, this was just like just walking into familiar territory. Only thing that's unfamiliar about it is how to work the whole system. I don't. It's so much work to this blogging world and YouTube business. It's a lot of work. And I didn't know it was gonna be this much work. So thank y'all for being patient. But anyways, Ohio artists are being robbed, and I feel that way. And there's still a lot of things about Boog's story to me that's still not coming together. I'm reading she was shot 3 times allegedly. Then I'm hearing she was shot. I'm reading. These are different things I'm reading. So I'm still, back and forth with the shot and then the newspaper article and a lot of things that you read online say that she walked inside the hospital with one gunshot wound. One gunshot wound. So it's still a lot of debate. That's why I said allegations. This video is about the different stories and trying to piece it together to make it make sense. So let's go to the news clipping that I found. Bruce, 26, was in a car with a 26-year-old man with a group of men approached and shot at the car multiple times. Columbus Dispatch reported the man drove Bruce to the hospital. He was not injured. That was another thing. People was back and forth with. Did he get shot or didn't he get shot? Did he or didn't he? Did he or didn't he? Did he or didn't he? And that's what everybody kept saying. But this is the third report I have read that said Mr. CL didn't get shot. People contacted me on both sides. People who knew Boog and Mr. CL, and then I had people not call me, email me, y'all. I'm sorry. They emailed me on Cameron's side in defense, So I found out a lot of information, I'm not going to put on here as far as just, trying to protect everybody and his personal safety as well. Drippy Global from Zanesville. Okay, who is that? I don't know who that is. So some people saying he did and didn't get shot, but I read 3 reports that he didn't get shot. But here's the thing. Could he possibly could have tried to help her and he was in a situation where he couldn't because they had him hemmed up with the gun, allegedly. I don't know. I'm just throwing different things out there. Because they were saying, they heard Boog was going to go sell some weed. I don't believe that. I really don't. I don't. Could it possibly be Mr. CL was going on the move to get some or to, buy some or get some? Could that possibly be it? But this is another thing. And these is all allegations, y'all. We just covering it from different theories, different angles. Different angles. Because they said it happened by the old Club 57. I can't find old Club 57. I looked for it for a little bit, but I didn't go deep. Like if it was off of Beechwood or was it off of Dorp Place. If one of y'all know the main street that the old Club 57 sit on, send it to me. You can email me or put it at the comment. pipelinenews2020@gmail.com. But I want to know how far. Hey, Tori. Like I said before, something isn't right. I mean, yeah, it doesn't add up. It doesn't. It really doesn't, y'all. So Could it been? Because y'all listen, because this story got me all over the place, y'all. Because I've been thinking about this for a while. Y'all know I've been covering it for like 2 weeks now, maybe 2.5. This another thing that I want y'all to pay attention to. To me, that we not paying attention to is the group. We not paying attention to the group. What was the point of assaulting her? Because they saying attempted robbery. They saying attempted robbery. We know they didn't get the chain. We don't know if they got the phone, and we really don't know if they got no money because the news and the police keep saying attempted robbery. That's what Mr. CL told them. Could that possibly be where they had camera hemmed up and somebody had the gun to him and had to doing whatever they was to Boog? Because here's the thing. Why assault her and do all of that and then shoot at the car after the car was pulling off? Like, I think that was just like, don't come on, y'all, make it make sense. Wasn't that overboard? Like, what would be the point in shooting at the car too after all of that? Could have been accidental? I don't believe that. I don't believe it was accidental either. I don't. For some reason, I don't. Because what would be the point in shooting at the vehicle? Y'all put it in the comment section if y'all think. If y'all could think of a reason after assaulting her and then let Mr. CL and her jump in the car. They pull off and then multiple shots after the car pull off. What sense would that what sense does that make? That's why I said, to me, y'all, this got little dudes written all over it. To me, it don't feel like it was no OG work or nothing like that, or no professional work. But I do believe she knew some of the people, if not all of them. I do. The people that's involved. Because this the thing, even if it was one person that actually had a gun, or even if, let's just say for instance, if it was one person who had a gun on the scene, and with her being what happened with Boog in the end result, they all going down. That's the stuff y'all don't be paying attention to when y'all be hitting these licks and riding with people and going to go put in work with people. Just because you don't pull the trigger, that does not mean you will not go down for being an accessory to the crime. You will get the same numbers they got or a little bit lesser. But 9 times out of 10, if you in the car with them or you in the situation and somebody end up getting murdered or some tragic happen, you will go down. You going down with them. I don't think people now is really grasping that whole fact. It's just like, oh, well, I ain't do nothing. I didn't do it, so I'm cool. Then they going down with the, oh, I'm not snitching. No, because ain't nobody promoting snitching. But one thing for sure, too, for certain, man, I don't understand how people going to jail for other people. Man, I'm not spending the rest of my life in no cell for some shit that you did. No. People like, do the crime, do the time. I always believed in that. If you do the crime, do the time. You shouldn't have to have nobody doing all this stuff, catching cases for you. Man, hold your own down. If you don't want to be responsible and take your own cases, you should not be in that game. And that's why they got a lot of these young bulls out here crashing for a little bit of nothing. $500, $1,000, they crashing. Mind control. So let's go back to the next situation. Mr. CL was not shot. He was not injured. He was not injured. Now, could he possibly been pistol whipped? Was it, because like they said, it was a group. It was a group that approached the vehicle. So, do y'all really believe all the attention was on Boog, or do y'all believe Mr. CL had something to do with it, or do y'all think he was there to help her? Because this story could go a lot of different ways, y'all. And then they have a suspect in custody. I don't know if just people in Columbus is just talking and people calling in. Triviality. He tagged me to tune in. Our fault. Oh no, it's much love. It's much love, y'all. Shout out to everybody for joining the live. If you in here, hit the like button. Hit the like button. So, we don't know, but I tell y'all what, to me, it seemed like Coy, they tried to reincarnate Coy Leroy, what's her name, y'all? Is it Coy Leroy? It kind of took Boog image. I'm telling y'all, that's just what I think, from the look to the style to a lot of different things. It's just like it's two different versions of them, of course, because they're two different people. But the imagery with the box braids and the whole little look, that's Koi. Do y'all see the resemblance? Like, because Ohio artists is always getting jacked for their style and don't get the recognition. They really don't. They don't. Ohio artists, Ohio period, has put on for the world. And a lot of people, for some reason, only want to connect Ohio to farmland and dope. Like, because Detroit right there, then we neighbors with Chicago. It's like, it's a lot of money out here that be circulating up north, and they constantly swagger jacking, constantly, and run down to the A and act like they created the style. They did the same thing in Chicago with Young Chop. Young Chop created a sound in our rap culture. This young dude, y'all know Young Chop, Chief Keef producer, man, put some respect on Young Chop. He came with this drill culture music. Y'all hear all that music and how it's going on? Young Chop created that sound. They went, took that man to Atlanta, took his style, all kind of shit. Now, Young Chop is sitting in jail. I don't know if Young Chop is out or not or whatever, but then y'all remember seeing him on YouTube going off on people, carrying. He was on some other shit, but Young Chop put on. And even though Chicago is not Ohio, but it's still next door. Chicago has put on, just like Ohio have too. That's why I said we're going to put some love on the up north stuff, for real, for real. Q Money, another one, another Ohio artist that was dope, just like Boog on the female side, Q Money on the other side. Q Money drip sauce. You hear me? When I say Q Money drip sauce, he drip sauce. Very talented young man. He was a dancer, came swag, all of that and some. Q Money was also from the struggle. He came from the struggle, came from the, he grinded his way up to the top. And he became a high artist. A lot of people love him. He has a lot of fans. He is on TIG Music Group with YF and Lucci, Trinidad James, Rich Homie Quan. Blah, blah, blah. They are not on the label no more. Q Money and YF and Lucci is in jail facing alleged murder charges, both of them. And whatever else YF and Lucci got going on. But y'all get the point, what I'm trying to say about the Ohio artists. Q Money come, flashy, dancing. He let it dance, let it dance. He was another rapper, I feel like, from Ohio, who most definitely got swagger jacked. The baby, not little baby, the baby, stole Q Money whole style. Yes, he did. Q Money was out before the baby. Well, they both, mainstream wise, I believe Q Money was hotter than him in the beginning, but then when Q Money got locked up, the baby shot up. But I believe if Q Money would still be out right now, he'll be just up there with the baby. The baby stole his whole little swag look, the pretty boy jewelry look. Money, always dancing with money. Every time Q Money dance and every time you see him, he always kept money on him. Q Money. He put on. The baby came. Guess what? He dark skinned just like Q Money. I mean, they not dark, but they have a darker complexion. They both are dancing dudes, and they both are goonish, allegedly. They both got that hood in them. You know what I'm saying? They about that life. You feel me? So, and then look at it. The dancing, the swagger jacking, the look, the teeth. I don't know. It seemed like they tried to create the baby off of Q Money whole style. Me personally, especially when it comes to the whole dancing and being silly and all that, Q Money had that in the bag. Hashtag free Q Money. Y'all go stream his music too. There go the baby. Straight swagger jack. I love the baby too. Don't get it twisted. I'm not hating on them. I'm not hating on nobody I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is Ohio artists is constantly getting swagger jack. Always. Took Q Money whole style without the shirt, body. I mean, it was just like, the baby is a household name, so that's why it's hard for people to see my comparison. Because Q Money was also a household name, but he just wasn't as active in his career. He was at the top of his career, Q Money, when he went to jail. I don't even think he had 2 years of fame. Instantly blew. Started dancing on social media. Started getting a big following. Boom. And he blew up after that with the music. Boom. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Another group coming from Ohio. Came from the struggle. Came from the grind. Came from the grit. Only group in the world, the only group in the whole world that has had two major collabos with two of the most hottest artists that's not here no more. Tupac and Biggie. Bone Thugs and Harmony is the only group in the world that have a song with either one of those artists, both of those artists. Nobody else done it. Nobody else done it. For some reason, after Eazy-E passed away, I don't know how they didn't end up getting the amount of fame that they should have received. Y'all most definitely got to get Bone Thugs they flowers. Got to. They came with a whole nother style, whole nother swag. Something that the music industry in the world has never experienced before. Came from the slums, city of Cleveland. Made it. They got Isbon and Biggie, Isbon and Biggie. Only group. Keep that in mind. Swagger Jack. Who we got? Migos. They up next. Migos stole Bone Thugs and Harmony, whole lingo, style, and everything else. It is overlooked. It is overlooked. But they did though. They came in. Now, you know they on the new wave. Of course, Bone Thugs and Harmony is old. We know that. Whatever. But still, give them their flowers though. They reincarnated a new group because we already know out with the old, in with the new. That's how the industry go. It's a revolving wheel that never stops. It's never stopped. Always looking for new young talent, fresh talent. Boom! Here come Migos. Back with the fast lingo. Do y'all remember? Do y'all remember when was it Crazy Bone and one of the Migos got into it? Was that like last year? They had got into it about stealing Bone. He felt like they stole their swag and they give him no credit. So I felt him on that though. But anyways, yeah, so that's all I want to talk about is how I feel. It's something, I don't know what is going on with the artists in Ohio. And I'm not gonna say all because we got some good people that came out of here too. That's MGK. We got some other artists that I don't know of that I know is hot. Like they billboards, all that. And like I tell y'all, just because we don't see a person on our TV and hear them on the radio constantly, don't mean they not selling millions and millions of records on iTunes and all that stuff. We just don't see them on our TV. They get into the money. So when it goes to Boog case, I have received an email that I want to read from somebody who emailed me. Actually, I think I got about two emails from some people that want to discuss some information about the case. It started out, I had to crop some stuff and do some stuff because I don't like showing people information. Pretty much this person was saying they went to school together and Boog and their sister used to play for the same basketball team when they was younger. She used to call my mother her mom, but I don't know how to work all this Gmail shit, LOL. And I used to watch her story on Instagram from time to time just to check on her. Just to check on her and see what she was doing. I just feel like some of the people she used to hang with was the wrong crowd. Cause even that time she got locked up, I told my mom and sister. But what caught my eye was, I don't know, I think on Mother's Day, if I'm not mistaken, she had posted this video on her story in her car with these niggas in the back, like it was something off. Real shit. It made me get off Instagram, and then that happened. Wait a minute. Whoa, okay, so wait a minute. Mother's Day, her story on Mother's Day had some dudes in the background in the car. Wait a minute, y'all. I gotta go back. I just feel like some of the people she used to hang with was the wrong crowd, because even that time she got locked up. I told mom and her sister, but what caught my eye was, I don't know. I think on Mother's Day, if I'm not mistaken, she had posted this video on her story in the car with these niggas in the back. and like something was off, real shit. It made me get off Instagram, and then that happened. Her story in the car with these niggas in the back is like, I don't know, something was off, real shit. Made me get off Instagram, then that happened. It's like, I don't know, I felt something. I ain't know Boog, I knew Courtney. So all that shit kind of new. I just remember being young as fuck, being around her in and at school. It was. That's kind of I don't know, y'all. Can we even go back to a story? See, y'all know me. I'm not with the gram like that. But can you go back to somebody's story from Mother's Day? Because I think those stories disappear after like 24 hours. Somebody comment and let me know. Because somebody, like the email just said, she was in a car with a group of dudes on her story on Instagram. They felt like someone right. Like the email said, I don't know Boog, I know Courtney. They mom used to call each other moms, like the email said right here. My sister used to play basketball with her back in the day when they was younger. I used to call her mom my mom. That's close. That person is real close. Hit the like button if you in here. Hit the like button if you in here, and also comment, because the people who was in that story was them the people that possibly could have been around that car. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying a lot of people is saying, and it's floating on the internet, she possibly knew the group of people. They all allegedly was young. So y'all comment and let me know, because it's a lot of different things that I feel like about her story, the situation. It still seems like it's some very important gray areas missing. It's some ain't coming together for me, y'all. Like, could the whole her going to go do somebody hair could have been a play to get her out that house? Because even her mother said, someone right. I feel like someone right. Somebody in the comment section, shout out to Deja Vu Music. Thank you, Deja, for comment. I appreciate your comment. I grew up with them both. I don't see Cam being involved. All it took was for somebody to have a gun on him and tell him not to do shit. But we could never know, but I know Cam, he ain't never been a snake like that. Somebody vouching for Cam, y'all. That's what I'm saying. I got some emails and some messages coming in from both sides. And then from the information that I got from people that was close to him that brought me into his world, I mean, I didn't feel like, from looking at it and what I got from it, is like, could have helped her. From the stuff I seen, y'all, I'm going to be real. It don't look like Mr. CL like way what we think, y'all, you know what I'm saying, what people want to believe. Like, in a way, from the stuff I seen and the information that was brought to me, they was closer than what we thought they was. And it do seem like from the people that's close to me that talked on his behalf, and this has been multiple people, it's been people that is not really his biggest fans that hit me up too. And then it's also people that's saying this dude is a loyal guy. He ain't built like that, he ain't cut like that. I went to everything that they showed me and sent me straight to him, opened me straight up to this young man's world. And from what I saw a lot of things with him and Boog together and stuff. Like real brother and sister, even though it was short-term relationship. It does. I'm telling you, like, that's just from what I've experienced, but my experience from what I saw. We don't know the full relationship. Allegedly, Boog and Mr. CL was acquainted through the baby mama J. That's just what I found out. I'm not gonna say the young lady's name. That ain't none of my business. But that's how the acquaintance with Mr. CL and Boog even came about. So they all knew each other for a period of time to where they all were safe and felt comfortable around each other. What's up, Cheryl? Ohio has always put out good artists. Always. Always. Look at Holly Berry, Terrence Howard. We got LeBron James over here. Who else? Bernie Mac, not Bernie Mac. The other comedian, y'all. We got some people that came from up out of Ohio that put us on. And it's still doing their thing right now. It's still people that I be finding out from Ohio now. I'll be like, what? I didn't know they was from here. The baby who we just talked about, he was born and raised in Cleveland too, and moved to Charlotte when he was 4 years old. The baby is born and raised in Cleveland. Not little baby, the baby. Yeah, I just found that out. Somebody told me that, like, I think like about a few months ago. Like, yeah, you ain't know that? I'm like, nah, I didn't know that. But yeah, back to what she said. I grew up with them both. Now, this is Deja Vu Music. Shout out to you. This is a person who knows both parties. She can vouch. She said, I can vouch for Cam, vouch for Boog. I grew up with them both. I don't see Cam being involved. All it took was for somebody to have a gun on them and tell them not to do shit. But if we could never know, but I know Cam, he ain't been a snake like that. He ain't never been a snake like that. And I have another, I think I got another email. Shout out to Kika Rose. Thanks for commenting, love. Her mom left work that evening and they refused to let her see Courtney for days at the hospital. Something definitely fishy. Huh? Is that? Where'd you get that from, Zika? Because how long was Courtney in the hospital? That's some information I'm gonna have to look into. That's some information. Because there's always new stuff coming up every day, and it's all I get emails all the time about this story and different things I've heard or what people have, came to the pipeline. Shout out to y'all and sent little street news and street little information on what they heard. Nobody can say it's a fact, but they just going off of what they heard. Because a lot of people, Boog was a star. We love Boog. We love Boog, and this shouldn't have never happened to her in the way that it happened. We refused to let her be another headline. She didn't deserve it, and she had so much life to live. People was better off working with her. Boog could have put so many people on, but with jealousy and envy, these people don't know how to go out and get their own. It's backdoor season. In a way, I do feel like this was a backdoor. What y'all think? If y'all think it was a backdoor, y'all say it was a backdoor, put in the comment. But some most definitely is fishy with it. And what was the point of the whole group? The whole group surrounded the car. Now let's go back to another story. If y'all remember this story when I showed them other emails. When I showed them other emails about it was a popular thief that so happened to be in the neighborhood in the time that Boog was in the neighborhood. Allegedly. They saying that whoever this popular thief is, a lot of people know this person is always, I don't know if they always in the area, but they saying at that time he was in the area. Now, what kind of area is Dorp Place, Beechwood, and what's the other street, y'all? Man, on the tip of my tongue, y'all. On the tip of my tongue. East Livingston. See, y'all know I got a good memory. Don't finesse me like a good memory. I got a good memory. But listen, what kind of neighborhood was that? Because I Googled Club 57 just because she is black. No one cares. I agree. It was a back door. Absolutely. It ain't gonna take no 3-4 dudes on no girl. That's 5'1", 105 pounds, 110 pounds. This seemed like it was personal. It seemed like it was personal. It do not seem like it was random. It don't seem like that, because this would make me think it wasn't random. If it was random, it wouldn't have group. Usually, most random acts happen. One individual will commit the act, that will commit the crime. I'm not saying groups just don't randomly do stuff. Let's be clear. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is this seemed like it was something personal. Not only did they assault her, they also shot at the vehicle when it was pulling off. What was that serious though? Like what was that serious to still after assault her, shoot at the car? What was that serious? Like was it because they didn't get the money, or if they thought she had more on her than what they assumed, and they was upset? It just started, because I don't know. It don't make sense to me. It don't. And then we still don't know if Mr. CL was also getting assaulted, because as the report said, he did not get shot. He didn't get shot. That is said. He did not get shot. But could have been assaulted as well, and maybe two dudes had the gun up to him, and he couldn't help, because we got to cover it from all stories. I just can't. I'm not just gonna go and throw people out there and just put targets on people. Nah, you don't do it like that. We got to be realistic, because this is real street shit. This was not no sacrifice. This was backdoor at its finest. And when you get backdoored by multiple people, it's gonna always be different stories. They got a suspect already, allegedly, from what I said, what I read, and what I showed y'all. A suspect is in custody. Maybe he had the balls to tell the whole story. Pray to God he had the balls to tell the whole story and put some. I don't even know what I want to say next, but hopefully these other characters that was involved will eventually turn themselves in. Because the longer you run, the worse the consequences gonna be when they catch up with you anyways. So why not just face the music and let your conscience rest? Because when you commit acts like these, your conscience ain't resting. I don't care if it's not committing a murder or anything that requires demonic energy, and you know in your spirit and in your soul you're not supposed to do these things. Your conscience ain't gonna rest. You gonna carry that guilt with you. That just depending on what kind of mentality and what kind of heart that you have. We have a lot of cold-hearted people that don't give a flying f about nobody, these kids, nothing. And a lot of people is headed for destruction, and they taking anybody down with them that they can. That's why I do not believe Boog was going. I don't believe she was. I don't believe she was knowing what was gonna happen or how it was gonna happen. I really believe she was comfortable getting in that car with Mr. CL. From the things I've discovered in the emails I've saw, I do believe it was a trust level between them two. Now, did somebody call her to go do her hair when she was at home, or did the call come when she was in the car? But Miss Wanda did say that she told her she was going to go do hair. I feel like whoever hair she was going to do, y'all, my opinion, they should just come out. Just come out. Well, I was doing her hair, but it wasn't like, it wasn't, I was going to come to her or we was going to meet up. Say something. Somebody who hair was she going to go do? Was it a dude? Was it a female? Did she talk to anybody else after Miss Wanda? Because besides Mr. CL, because they had to have some kind of phone conversation for her to get in the car with him and for him to pick her up. Something else had to be. Did she make some calls to some other people? Was it other people out there? Which I believe it was, because it was 6 o'clock in the evening. It was 6 o'clock. It was nice that day. It was nice. Even if it was by the old Club 57, from the street I seen Beechwood. Is was it East Livingston or Beechwood? It's busy. I believe people saw something from the images I seen. People saw something. Ain't no way they didn't. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Ain't no way they didn't. So really, I believe y'all, it's just gonna take some people to just come together and just put it out there. Keep shooting the emails. Um, talking the story picking up momentum as y'all can see. Is one suspect already in custody. People gotta start speaking up because Boog was on her way to do very, very beautiful things. She was on her way to finish completing the rest of her milestones in life. She never would experience what it's like to be a mom or what it's like to be married. She was young. From what I'm hearing, everybody involved was young. I'm hearing like 25 and under, 27 from 27 to 21. Then I heard from 21 to 25. I heard everybody was kids. Over what? Was it could it had to be envy. Could it be envy? Could have been over a girl. There is more to it. You never know what goes on. You never know. You never know. And most of the time when you get back door, it always be the people around you. Let's keep it a buck, y'all. Keep it a buck. It's either the closest person to you or some other people will use people closest to you to get to you. That's what I'm saying. Could it possibly been they had some kind of beef with Mr. CL and Boog just so happened to be wrong place, wrong time kind of thing? Was they after her? Was it a backdoor play? Was it a backdoor play? Because my thing is this: if I'm with you, and you a girl, like you my sister, and I'm seeing all of this go down, and I got love for you, like you is my sister. Only thing I could think of was either the pistols had to be up to Mr. CL, or Mr. CL had possibly something to do with it. I mean, really, them the only two options. Am I missing something, y'all? Am I missing something? It ain't really no gray areas. It's either black or white. Either he has something to do with it, or his back was really up against the wall and it was two people putting guns up to him and assaulting him as well, where it was no other choice that he could help her. And then he jumped in the car, she jumped in. So the bullet came through the back. See, that's what I'm saying. It was stories that the shooter ran up to the driver's side door and shot inside the car, allegedly. One person ran to the driver's side and shot inside the car. And then the news articles and things I keep reading saying when the car pulled off, the shots was fired. The one that took Boog was the one after the bullets after the car was pulling off. So that's what I'm saying. What was they so angry about? Or was they just drunk? The robbers or something. Was they drunk or high? Because it would make no sense after assaulting her to shoot at the car multiple times. And neighbors said they heard the bullet shots as well. They heard the gunshots. The neighbors did. So to me, it just was senseless. It was senseless. It was stupid. And it got little dudes written all over it. It wasn't. I don't know if did Mr. CL owe these guys something, or soon they came out. See, we don't even know if they went inside a store or none of that. We don't know none of that. Was they outside of a store? Was they both just sitting in the car? Because a lot of the stories I read said that they was just sitting in the car. I didn't hear no story about them coming out of no house. I didn't read no stories about coming out of a store. I didn't hear none of that. Did y'all hear any of them stories? If so, drop it in the comments. But from what I read in the news article clippings that I seen, because y'all know all of my information come off of public information, either the internet or what people send me in my emails and we discuss on the panel. That's it. I don't have no like inside plug. People emailed me information. They remain close sources, and then after that we go our separate ways. So a lot of this stuff is public information and stories that's floating around on the internet. I'm just reacting them and trying to put pieces together that I notice a lot of these people is not putting together. The stories that I'm reading on Boog, on what people is putting together about this story, is totally false. It's totally false. And I'm like, why is they painting a narrative like that? She was not shot that many times and she did not walk to the hospital. These people got so many different stories on the internet. So I tried to come and let's get between the gray areas, the rumors and the lies, and let's try to make it make sense. Because to me, if you look at this whole play, if you look at the whole play, this is how I'm thinking the play went. This is just my opinion. This is not a fact. This is strictly my opinion. This is what I believe happened. She got the call to go do the hair. I believe that was the play. Then after that, she get in the car with Mr. CL. Wherever they went to, they saying it was a drug transaction. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. We don't know if this story is true, but I have received multiple emails about this marijuana deal. We don't know if it was Mr. CL's deal or they saying Boog was going to go do the deal. I don't know what nobody, we don't know what people do in their personal lives and behind the scenes, but I had people emailing me saying Boog did not sell marijuana. I have a big portion of email that say she did not sell, she did not sell. Then I have another email, a few more emails saying, well, how do you know Mr. CL wasn't go do the drop? I said, I never said that. And actually, I didn't think of it until you actually brought me this email because I'm like, how did this whole drug transaction story come about? But that's what the people in Columbus is emailing me about the drugs. So I'm like, could it possibly been maybe she smoked and maybe had her own smoke bag on her? Because, I mean, all the stuff she got going on and all that, I just can't picture her. She was a very smart, intelligent young lady. I don't believe she was moving like that. Like, it just don't fit everything she had going on, her personality, her persona. It just don't seem like she was just selling no weed. It just don't. Could it possibly be she probably had a smoke bag on her and somebody wanted to buy some out of her personal bag? Because that happens all the time, too. Y'all can't say that don't happen. Yes, it does. Or could Mr. CL be going to go get some or cop some or buy some and something went left in the transaction? You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of different stories and we don't know allegedly. These stories are allegedly. I feel like she was took there for a reason. I do not believe Dork Place was just a random place they just pulled up at. I don't. Something went down over there. It was a reason they went over there. It was a reason. That's why I said I thought whoever here she was going to go do lived in that area or lived on Dork Place. But people was emailing me saying they was, from what they heard, the streets was saying they was over there going to go cop or do something. I don't know. Pick up, drop off. I don't know, sir. Allegedly. This is just what's floating out there. I just can't picture her being in that moment. Now, could you be riding with somebody and they like, well, let me go over here and do the doom? You already in the car. You already in the car. So you like, all right, well, after this, I got to go do this hair. Something happened over there on that street. And I believe people was out there and I believe people saw some stuff. And the case is, we could tell somebody got, they have a suspect. Shout out to Columbus police for having that suspect. They will not release no information on this suspect. I've been looking for 3 days. I've been looking for it for 3 days. So, like I'm still, the autopsy report, y'all, I'm not going to show y'all the autopsy report, but when I find it, I will let y'all know and show some kind of proof that it's a piece of it or something, but I will not, out of respect, show that whole autopsy. I'm not going to do that. But that's pretty much all I got for y'all today, y'all. And I just wanted to go over them emails. I think that was it. I just wanted to go over them emails and go over them little topics with y'all because it's more pieces to this puzzle. And I still want to remain, bringing the pieces together so we can make it make sense because Boog didn't deserve this at all. Prince, a good friend of hers, shout out to Prince, shout out to Daily Tri-State. Y'all go check him out on IG. He trying to get he reaching out. A few artists have reached out to him to paint the murals of Boog in different cities. Cities and states where you travel, certain places. They trying to get put in place the murals of her in different cities, which would be dope. Which would be dope. Because she was one of the ones that deserve it, man. Boog need a statue or some kind of street named after her. Maybe even a day. We gonna have to get with council or see what we could do, y'all, to try to see if we can get some in honor of her in Ohio, especially in Columbus. So, y'all, shout out to the pipeline, y'all. I was gonna stay with y'all later, but I'm hungry. I've been I've been grinding, y'all. Y'all know me. Man, y'all stay in y'all truth. Y'all living y'all truth. I'm about to finally eat. I shouldn't even be eating at night. I shouldn't even be eating at night. See, these are the consequences of when you is a busybody. Busybody. But I had to come bring this story on Boog, y'all, and I felt like Ohio artists are just getting robbed. Let's go back, y'all. They getting robbed. Bone Thugs, icons, legends. They getting robbed. Now I think one of them got a podcast out. One of them. They all doing okay, but you could tell they struggles in the industry. Bone Thug, they have a story. They have a story that need to be told in a modern day type of documentary. Something that's gonna get. Y'all know what? They should really have a movie after Bone. Think about it. They experiences with Eazy-E, Tupac, and Biggie, and just the whole death row experiences. Man, they could bring us into a whole nother world. If you really think about it, if Bone Thug had their own little, y'all wouldn't go see that, man. I'd be first in line. First in line if they do it like NWA. They do a movie like Straight Outta Compton on Bone. Man, I think it's gonna do big. I think it'll do big. What y'all think? We ain't even gonna say no documentary. They deserve a movie, a whole movie. Q Money, another one. Hashtag free Q Money, man. Trial coming up. Only thing we can do is send prayers and love Q Money way. I don't see, and this is another thing I don't understand about TIG and they artists. Like, I see why Rich Homie Quan left them and Trinidad. I see why they have the problems that they have. That'll be a good one. Wouldn't that be a good one? Yeah, that would be a good one. That would be a good one. But listen, I can't wait for the day where TIG would play Q Money's music. I don't know why, after he went down for the alleged murder, I don't see why his contract. I mean, I know they all signed these contracts. It was like they just quit pushing him or something. Like, where's the rest of his music at? Where the rest of his music? I know his catalog was hot. That's why I felt like he was robbed on a lot of different levels. Y'all gotta really, I'm not gonna spend too much time going over the Q Money story. But y'all check it out, because I had did a blog on him or whatever, a couple of them too. But it was some stuff going on behind the scenes, and we just gonna keep Q Money names in our prayers, y'all. Y'all support him and his music. He was another one that I felt like was robbed on a lot of different other levels. A lot of different levels. Q Money beat the odds. Like, when I tell y'all he dripped, he dripped. And the young man, he was very talented. He was young when Q Money got on. I think Q Money, because right now I think Q Money is 25. He just turned 25, I want to say. 26, 25. When he got discovered, he was like 22. So he was real young when he coming in. All that energy, dancing, all on the ground. He was that dude. And he about that life too. Don't get it twisted. He with the shits. He with the shits. And there go Boog, y'all. Boog, another artist. I feel like Coi Leroy stole her style. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. From the braids, the box, the swag. You know, it's a lot of things. The music they trying to put with Coi, man, that's Boog style. Something similar. It's so much of a resemblance to me. I'm like, why is they like trying to reincarnate Ohio artists and move them to Atlanta or something? It's like they take the idea from the artist, or as we could go into these sacrificing theories, because let's keep it a buck. A lot of these artists on these labels, they not living too long after signing them contracts. It's a bigger agenda behind this music industry stuff, y'all. I don't know if they is literally selling their souls for the contract, coming out of poverty and want to take care of their mamas and daddies and been struggling all their life, and just signing anything, the temptation of it. Because that's a hard temptation to turn down for a person who ain't used to nothing and never had nothing. When they come with them contracts and the millions. I can get you 2 million, sign this deal, 2 million right now. But not knowing the back end of the story. Y'all check T-Pain's story out too. Y'all know T-Pain be on YouTube spitting a lot of knowledge about the industry and what he discovered about the industry and his experiences. T-Pain, I think his first video or second video, he'll tell you about how he had $50 million, and at the end of it all, he ended up sleeping on people's couches, asking them to borrow money for McDonald's. 50 million. T-Pain was one of the hottest artists that came out in the 2000 era. $50 million, lost it all. But, he got back into the business doing other stuff or whatever. But he'll tell you a real story. $50 million, blew through it. Blew through it. Ended up sleeping on people's couches, asking them for change for McDonald's. Sacrifices is real. What the music industry is doing to these artists, it's something strange going on. And I believe now it's just so known now. It's not a secret. I don't think they even care that we know about the sacrifice and we know what's going on behind the scenes. I really think it came to a point where they don't care. Because, like, who's going to believe this stuff that's going on? A lot of people their frequency is very low. They vibrate really low. So they can't see through all the blur, the smoke and mirrors and what's going on with these artists. They don't see behind the screen. But what good is it? Listen, y'all, this is what I want to say. What good is having all of that if you can't share it with the people you love? Or you can't spend time with the people you love? That's why I try to tell y'all every time, whatever you into or trying to get into your craft, get into something that you love doing. Because when you passionate about things that make you money, you're going to want to strive even harder in those things. If you continue to work jobs that you hate, it's not going to last long. It's not going to last long. Your body going to end up beat up, and then your mind going to end up warping out. It's going to start deteriorate because you're going to feel like a slave to the job. It's all a robotic mental cycle. It's all about frequency and that robotic mentality that our people have to get out of. I'm not saying don't work a job. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just start making other plans and other investments that could carry you and your family when you're tired of working that job. Because a lot of us can't get where we want to be at working no job. A lot of us is very talented and creative and just afraid to really dig into our craft. But you would be surprised once you go digging what you will find inside yourself. Start digging inside of you and watch what jewels you come across inside of you. A lot of us have a lot of gifts and talents that will never be discovered because we don't let it out. We don't get out and mess with it and experience with the talent or the craft. Because you got to start from somewhere. That's why I'm always telling y'all, live in your truth. Don't be out here living somebody else's goddamn dream. You out here living for somebody else. Quit living for other people. Live for yourself. Start digging inside of you. Once you start digging it out them gems inside of you, you're going to be like, I didn't even know I could do that. I'm steady doing it to this day. Learning about myself and the things I can do and the things I can accomplish. But long as you could believe in yourself and you build you a group of people around you that's going to push you and inspire you to be great, it's game on. Free game after that. Everybody gonna ball. Everybody is creative. We all is scared of something. But I tell you all the time, face your fears. That's what's going to get you through. And that's what's going to require your growth and your elevation mentally. That's what it's going to take, y'all. Y'all stay woke out here. Y'all stay on y'all grind. Stay on your hustle. Most of all, stay sucker free. I'm out of here, y'all. Shout out to the pipeline. Until next time. If you want to email me, pipelinenews2020@gmail.com. Hit the like button on your way out of here, the notification bell, and the subscribe. Until next time, gang gang.